Hello my Railfans, I'm Ken from Kflann the Railfan. Thank you for joining me on one of these adventures, our camping adventures for the summer. We're headed here at Hidden Acres in Coatsville, Pennsylvania, about 20 minutes from Strasburg and about 30 minutes outside of King of Prussia. So we're going to do our walkthrough, show you some of the amenities of this campground, and I hope you enjoy it. Just a little note that during the time of this film is going on during the pandemic, so a lot of the amenities may be closed, and we're also here early during the week, so there aren't too many sites taken up. So I'll show you their amenities and tell you about them, what they have when they're normally open. But until then, jump on this boxcar with me and let's enjoy this walkthrough. All right, so we're entering into the park now. It's about 100 foot to 200 feet walk or drive from where we did our intro. But this park is pretty nice from what we've seen for the last couple of days. It is in the woods, so the name fits it, Hidden Acres. When you come in here, there is a controlled stop here. You do have to stop and you register with the park staff, and they'll give you a map and tell you where you need to go. But and they give you a car pass. That car pass has to be on your car for the entire time you're here. And as soon as you come in here, this is the camp store. It has basic needs on there. And another thing I like about this store, it has a ton of different type of candy. Old style cafe, Laffy Taffy, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty neat. And this is their pool. It's a large open pool, and as you see, there's not too many people in here right now, again, because of what's going on. It is open for your use. You still have to social distance, and whenever you're around anybody or inside the building, you do have to wear a mask inside the building. But this is their pool. This is what they do have. So during normal operating times in the season, they allow tent camping, regular RV camping with 30 amp hookup, and then they have a lot of seasonal campgrounds up here for seasonal campers with RVs. Right now though, during the time of this filming, they're not allowed tent camping up here. You have to be self-reliant. I just want to show you this. This is a little thing over here across from the campground. Check out this relic. It's up here in the back. The old phone booth. Pretty interesting, huh? There's Annalise standing in front of the camp store. They do have a pool hall. They have ice. Their garbage is actually up this end. You have to take your garbage and bring it up here. They do recycle cans here. So save your cans if you're going to have cans for drinking soda and everything. They do recycle them. These are two trailers that have been pulled. They look like they're for sale. So we are all the way down the bottom here. But we're not going to go that way right now. We're going to go a different way than me and the wife went yesterday to look at some of these full-time sites and some of the things that they offer. So this is the main road down here. I'll take you down to the back sites. Sorry for that little interruption there between shots. They've got their lodge down there. I'll show you that in a little bit. And they've also got 2 ponds down there for catch and release for fishing. But let's go this way. They've got three Imagines on this site. My buddy had one. That was a real nice camper. It was by Grand Design. Some of these people have some amazing decks up here that they have all built up. Especially if they're full-timers. And again, when it comes to the park, I'm if I see people or we see license plates, I'm going to turn it away because I don't want to put everybody on YouTube. Some of these sites for these full-timers are quite large, especially if you get one of these corner lots here. I mean, check this out. Well, again, that's a full-timer. So my rail fanners, big tip while we have the break here, always check your gear before you go out. I had a low battery and didn't pay attention, so we're going to start off where we left off. So here we go. That's one of the corner lots that I showed you right before we went off to the blank. It seems like their corner seasonal lots have a lot of room. And they have some things up in here. We're going to go around this corner. And Elise said they found a giraffe up here. Again, this site is really nice. They've got a lot of their sites are in the woods, which is pretty nice. You've got a lot of shade. And you'll see the map once I get everything all done up. I'll show you where everything's at and how widespread out they are here. But some of these spots are really nice. So if you're in a seasonal slot, you can always see if they have anything up in here for you and come in here. They let you build pretty much anything you want here, it looks like, which is pretty neat. There's an upper end up there, if you can see it through the trees. That's basically a spot right behind where the shop's at and the cap store's at. I mean, they've got some nice decorating going on here. The size of this lot with this Catalina. This campground, again, is in Coatsville, Pennsylvania. 30 minutes outside of King of Prussia. If you ever want, if you're down here new, want to go to the mall, it's considered one of the largest malls in the United States. Competes against Mall of America. And you're not that far away from Valley Forge National Historic Site either, which is also inside of King of Prussia. That's where General Washington in 1977 had his winter encampment with his troops to lay down outside of Philadelphia right before he went after the British. So we're coming into a big gathering area. Now during this time they are offering, the time we're here, Saturday, September 5th, fireworks. So we're going to be down here to see the fireworks show. We got a big pavilion, basketball court, volleyball court, and a small little playground right here. And the thing that's interesting about this playground, which they do talk about inside their description of their park, this is the longest steel slide in the US. So we'll show it to you. That's it right there. There's their basketball courts and their volleyball courts and their big open field. Now they do have laundromats here. They do have their own bathrooms and washrooms and everything, but again, they are currently closed right now because of the pandemic. But during normal operating hours or normal operating season, this should be wide open for everybody to use. I'm just being told it's $2 to wash and $2 to dry. Here's another playground right across from the big slide. Again, they've got the other sites going all the way down to the back there. And we're going to go through this little loop over here on the side. Talk with the owner a little bit. Show up in the next year, everything will be reopened again. They can put the seats and everything out for the pool and get back to their normal operations, which is something everybody wants to do. So this is a very picturesque campground with everything people have. Heritage Glen, that's one of the first ones that me and Annalise started looking at when we started looking for RVs. We were impressed with the particular one we were looking at had to offer. And look, these guys use big carports and everything for their eating areas. And again, it's out in the woods. There's Old Glory. I do not know the price of their seasonal sites, but if you get lucky and tag into one of these bigger sites, you got it made. So now we're gonna go up the hill, and I'm probably gonna come back down around the back, down in our area. Seems like a lot of the transitional sites, which are campers or people going from one camp to another, that's where they put everybody. The seasonals are all kind of up toward the top and up toward the back. There's a Solitude. That's the fifth wheel type from Grand Design that myself and Annalise would love to eventually have, but we want the one that has the big slide out in the back with the big basement. By the time we're ready for something like that, they'll probably have something brand new for that area, but that's something that we're gunning for. So we're coming down the back. Let me just give you a quick little pan here. All on the edges is where they have some of the seasonals down here. And if you look right through that tree, that's where our site's at right there. But we're gonna bypass that a second because they do have another playground over here. That's where we were a couple weeks ago. This is something cool. These guys have all oil lanterns going down the trees. That's actually the name of my page. It's got a railroading sign back there, and he's got a bunch of old railroading lamps here. That's really neat. They have two grassy areas here and one on the other side of that road over there. Guessing that these are their tent sites. And they do have full hookup 30 amp, which is what we're on right now. There's our site right there with our micro mini. We named it Mac, and that's spelled M period A period C period K period. Stands for Molly, Anna, Charlie, and Ken. And there's two other spots down there in the back behind us. We're actually up on a little hill. Behind that hill directly behind us is a drop off, and there's more sites there. And come this way. So down in the back down here, they have two ponds that I was mentioning at the beginning. It's where they have their catch and release fishing ponds down there toward the back, which aren't too far away from where our spots are right there. There's their lodge. Here's another bathroom. Again, they're all locked up right now. During the time of this filming, we were under the pandemic. But again, I'm just showing these campsites off, show what they have to offer and what their sites look like. And this site is really nice. Hidden acres. And those of you guys in the fire trucks, which is another thing I'm into, here's their other playground down on our end of the campground. They got a little wooden playground for the, or fire truck for the kids. And that's the main road that I showed you from the other direction. We came back down. That's looking back up toward the entry port and the where the camp office is at. And this building is their lodge. They hold bingo in here, other activities. Again, they have a laundromat in here as well. Looks like they can hold dinners and everything on the inside. You can see my reflection in there. Hi. That is the campground, Hidden Acres. The owners live right on ground, so if you need something, if there's an emergency, they can help you out. That's a wood cutout of Hidden Acres. So there is a dump station right in the middle where we just came from as well. It's actually pretty neat how they did that sign. That's really cool. Well, we'll leave you guys for now, and I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. So everyone had decided to film the way out of here via the car.
In a quarter of a mile. Turn right.
Just to show you some of the things on the way out of here. There are some more sites off to the left, and of course to the right. And this is where we started up here.
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
Now we come back up to the camp store. It's open. So my Railfans, I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough of Hidden Acres Campground. This by far has been one of my favorite campgrounds we've been to, even with some of the stipulations they have on the post due to the showstopper. But Saturday night, because it's the holiday, they had fireworks here, and it was a great time. They had a dance party with music. They did a Kentucky Derby drawing, and they did a 50-50, which myself and Annalise won. We're going to go pick up our t-shirt here in a little bit. But just to mention a couple things, if you guys come to this campground in this area, make sure you go visit Stargazer Winery. They have a really nice dry Riesling there, and also they have a really nice, if you're a red sweet, which is called Tinto, which is two very, very good wines which we purchased. And the gentleman that was giving out the taste and the everything, he was pretty locked on. Another place you guys have to go and try, do Strasburg scooters. You do an entire tour on the Lancaster area riding scooters. something I've never done. It was very, very awesome. It was fun to do. They give you a little bit of practice on the scooters, never ridden before, but just start to pick it up after a while. We did the covered bridge tour, and it was great. It took us to an ice cream place, an Amish home, and we saw 3 different bridges along this this ride, and it was about 3 hours long. But make sure you go and visit that. And also, probably about 20 minutes away from here to the west is also Strasburg Railroad. Make sure you go visit that as well. But until the next time, our next adventure, my Railfanners, with camping with the RV, and talk to you guys again. I will see you down the line.